All right, everybody, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to get into it.
Awesome. So today we're going to be looking at the latest and greatest from ArcBlock, specifically their PagesKit.
Yeah, it looks like they just dropped version.
So for folks who might not know, and maybe you've been living under a rock for the past, year, what is the PagesKit?
So PagesKit, it's basically ArcBlock's answer to anybody who wants to build a website.
Okay, so it's a website builder.
Website builder, but especially kind of geared towards people who are in the blockchain space.
Ah, okay. So kind of like a website builder that plays nice with all the blockchain tech that ArcBlock's known for.
Exactly. Cool.
Cool. So, point 3.0, what's got you, jazzed about this update?
Well, to be honest, I was a little hesitant when I first heard about it. It sounded like a lot of changes.
Ah, I see, yeah.
And sometimes, updates can be a little bit overwhelming.
Definitely. Especially if you're comfortable with the old way of doing things.
Exactly. But once I dug into the release notes, I was actually really impressed. It seems like they've really focused on improving the user experience and making it even easier to build and manage websites.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
So we've got the official release notes right here, and I'm ready to break this down. What are some of the biggest changes that jumped out at you?
For sure. I think the biggest thing for me is the new project management system. They've really upped their game there.
Okay, project management. So, what does that look like in the context of the PagesKit?
Well, imagine you're building multiple websites, right? Maybe you're an agency or a freelancer working with different clients.
Right.
Before this update, everything was kind of jumbled together, which could get pretty messy.
Oh, yeah, I can see how that would be a nightmare.
Totally. But with V.3.0, you can now organize all your pages and components into separate projects.
So, each website gets its own little compartment.
Exactly. It's like having a separate digital workspace for each client. You can even give each project a unique slug, which is that last part of the URL.
Ah, okay, the slug. So, for example, instead of having something like website.com page 1, you could have website.com reducing your carbon footprint.
Exactly. It just makes everything so much more organized and easier to find.
And probably better for SEO too, right?
Definitely. Having clear and descriptive URLs is a big plus for search engines.
Gotcha. So that's project organization. Anything else new on the management front?
Well, they have also introduced a multi-tenant mode, which is huge for teams.
Multi-tenant mode. Okay, break that down for me. I'm not really sure what that means.
Basically, it lets you create separate, isolated spaces within the PagesKit for each project or client.
So it's like having separate virtual offices within the same building.
Perfect analogy. It means that teams can work on different projects without stepping on each other's toes. No more accidentally editing the wrong website.
And I'm guessing there's probably some admin controls in there too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Admins can set limits on how many projects each user can create, which helps keep things tidy.
Awesome. All right, so project management is definitely a big focus in this update. What other goodies did ArcBlock throw in there?
Well, aside from project management, they've made some big improvements to the actual editing experience.
Ooh, okay. Like what?
Well, first off, the whole editing process is just way more streamlined now.
Streamlined. What does that mean? Practically speaking.
It's all about drag and drop. You can easily move components around on the page, rearrange things, and see your changes in real time.
Oh, nice. So it's more visual and intuitive, less coding, more like building with Legos almost.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
just makes the whole process so much more fluid.
Love that. And speaking of making things easier, I see they've added component previews now.
Yeah, that's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Before you had to actually add a component to your page to see what it looked like,
Right.
which could be a pain.
Yeah, especially if it wasn't quite what you're looking for.
Exactly. But now you can hover over any component and get a little preview of how it'll look on your page.
Ah, so you can test things out before you commit.
Precisely. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference in terms of workflow.
Totally. So it sounds like they've really focused on the user experience, both on the management side and the editing side.
Yeah.
What about the overall look and feel of the PagesKit? Any changes there?
Oh, yeah. They gave the whole interface a major facelift.
Nice lift, huh?
Yeah, it's much more modern and clean now. Everything is really well laid out and easy to find.
So less clutter, more zen.
Exactly.
Okay, so they've tackled project management, they've streamlined editing, they've given it a fresh coat of paint. But what about the bugs? Did they squash any pesky little critters in this release?
Oh, absolutely. They addressed a bunch of issues based on feedback from the community.
Like what?
Well, there was that issue with staging environments, which was causing some headaches.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, and there were some problems with uploading MP3 files, but they've
Oh,
taken care of all that.
nice. Glad to hear they're listening to their users. Okay, so let's say I'm an existing PagesKit user. How do I get my hands on all this awesome new stuff?
Easy peasy. Just update to version 0.3.0 or above.
And I'm assuming my existing projects will migrate over smoothly.
Yep, they've thought of that. Your old data will be automatically categorized into the new project structure.
Fantastic. And for those who are completely new to PagesKit and want to jump on board,
Head over to the link in the release notes, which we'll include in the episode description. You can spin up your own PagesKit in no time.
awesome. So there you have it, folks. ArcBlock PagesKit version 0.3.0. It's a big one, and from what we've seen, it's packed with improvements that are going to make building and managing websites a whole lot easier.
For sure. I'm excited to see what people create with it.
Me too. With all these new features, the possibilities are pretty much endless. So get out there, build something amazing, and be sure to share your creations with us. We'd love to see what you come up with. Definitely.
And that's going to do it for this deep dive. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you later.